Hello again, and we're back in my office, and I'd love to show you around. There are all kinds of knickknacks and interesting objects that I keep. They have significance to me, they entertain me, they're attractive, whatever it might be. But there is one piece that tends to get a lot of interest and results in some meaningful conversation. I want to show that to you. It's right here. This is a bonsai tree, and it's a olive tree that's conspicuously dead. Now it came from Florida, and when it arrived, it was very much alive, but it didn't stay that way for long. And I like to blame it the shock of travel for its demise, but it's most likely the killer thumb, in contrast to a green thumb. But we got a number of them, and we gave one to each elder, and I think they all have died at this point. But the the gift was significant, and it says so on the plaque. I don't know if you can read it. It says, "Your fruitfulness comes from me," Hosea 14:8. I want to read that whole passage to you because I think the significance for us as leaders is true for you as well. So I'm going to read it. It's on the side here, so forgive the eye. I will heal their waywardness and love them freely, for my anger has turned away from them. I will be like the dew to Israel. He will blossom like a lily, like a cedar of Lebanon. He will send down his roots. His young shoots will grow. His splendor will be like an olive tree. That's where we got the olive tree idea from. His fragrance like a cedar of Lebanon. Men will dwell again in his shade. He will flourish like the grain. He will blossom like a vine, and his fame will be like the wine from Lebanon. O Ephraim, what more have I to do with idols? I will answer him and care for him. I am like a green pine tree. Your fruitfulness comes from me. And that's the line that caught my attention. Your fruitfulness comes from me. All your efforts, all your diligence, your hard work, it's noble, but it's fruitless. The only fruit of any worth comes from God. It's He that's going to rescue them. It's He that's going to rescue us. And what a great lesson for me as a leader, that here is a tree. I can't even make it live. I can't make it fruitful or flourish. How am I supposed to do that for the church? And so this sits in my office, very much dead, reminding me that my efforts are not nearly good enough. Ultimately, all the fruitfulness comes from Him. And that's true for all of us. And so I don't want you to become passive and just sit back and wait on things. I want you to be diligent. I want you to be dutiful in fulfilling the obligations and responsibilities God has given to you. But I don't want you to become despairing when the harvest isn't what you anticipated, when the outcomes don't look quite like you'd hoped. In those times, remember that your faithfulness is your responsibility, but the fruitfulness comes from Him. And that should give you peace and should give you a sense of anticipation that in due time, the harvest He brings will be significant. I hope that's an encouragement to you from a dead plant. Be blessed.